It's a jungle out there. I don't know what's lurking.
For some of you who don't know, who Oliver Shawn is, I grew up in Goa. I got to Goa when I was like 7 years old, and I've been living here ever since.
There's a war in every corner of the earth.
I also spent a lot of time in Dubai, a lot of time in England. I studied in the US as well. And I've got a lot of mix of various cultures, including Portuguese. So my mom's actually Portuguese, so I'm Portuguese going.
I'm getting around. I'm getting around.
The beach of Goa has actually influenced a lot of my music. If you hear my songs, a lot of the songs have influences of the beach. Of course, of all pretty girls, but of course the beach as well.
Your face, the beautiful woman who promises you heaven.
I write music about various things that actually have affected my life, for the better or for the worse. And I try to use my experiences to help people in maybe a small little way, So if I do write a song about, say, love, I hope it can be interpreted in 10 different ways by various people.
I'm getting around. I'm getting around. I'm getting around.
During this time I actually made my album called I Like It. I was writing the songs for it, and then I went to England to do a bit of a tour, and that's where I Like It was picked up by one of the top studios there, called Waterfall Studios.
But no one can explain.
They put me on TV right away. They put me on Sky TV, actually, one of the biggest networks in the UK. And it was a live show. I did 3 songs, and they showed this show across Europe, across London and everything. It was called I Like It. We made a music video of this from a live concert of mine, and it went into MTV as one of the top videos during that time in 2003.
The way you turn around and kiss me in public, I kinda like it.
I did a stint with MTV, a bit of a VJ thing, and that's where we promoted I Like It a lot. And so that's how I Like It went to the next level. And the song, it won, I think, a songwriting contest, which was affiliated with the Grammys.
I like it when you kiss me. I like it when you touch me. I like it when we make love. Yes, I like it. Well, I like it.
That was a song that made me famous.
I like it.
As far back as I can remember, I think my mom, she came to know that I'm a musician, really. I was 4 years old, and I was singing. My range was quite high, and I could reach certain ranges in my voice, in my vocal structure that was really good. So they probably realized that I'm a musician.
Struggle. She's so proud. There was no easy way out. The time has come, and everyone's going.
was in the boarding school, and that's where I actually honed my musical skills. I wasn't taught by anybody to play the guitar or to sing. I played various instruments. I didn't have other distractions, or rather, I didn't let anything else distract me because I was so involved in my music. And then by the time I was 13, I formed my first professional band called The Knights, and I would bunk from my boarding school and my classes and go and play for weddings and things like that. So that was my musical journey till I was like a teenager. My first song was called There She Is Again. It was a big hit in the Middle East, also in India, in few places where they played international music. It goes like this. I wanna run away, get away from this mess. My head's going round just thinking of nothing, baby. I'm curving that ain't mad. I'm going insane. I've forgotten my name. No matter where I go or what I do, there she is again. Oh, that's a little bit. I don't even remember the song so well. I was 19 when I released this one.
It's a cold, hard world out there. She knows it's so hard. Time has come, and everyone's going home.
I own the largest international independent record label, WOA Records, which is my record label in India, and also the Middle East now. So that's what happened with one CD that I released, and now we have around 200 international artists signed to my label. So it's like a major label. You know?
In the cold, she's working hard. She's not giving up. She's gonna make it. But they're still laughing, not believing.
I created that network, and I can help artists to get to that level or to promote their music. At least there is this kind of a company created for people who are extremely talented or great songs, but who don't want to compromise on their identity, on their musical styles, and who want to do it on their own. So we're there to push it for them, you know. So that's how WOA International came into being.
Time has come. She's not crying no more.
I love the classical Indian music that is there. I mean, some of the biggest names in the industry, like the Beatles, for instance, have been influenced by Indian music. So some of the musicians I really like in India, it would be Zakir Hussain, Ravi Shankar, Amjad Ali Khan. You know, this is what I consider Indian music. Recently, after I released my third album, which was so good, the song went platinum in 2011. Platinum is a big thing for an independent artist. You know, it's over 75,000 copies sold, and this was 2.5 million downloads of my song.
What you want me to be, but I wanna be your father figure.
My mom always supported me. She never forced me to go for lessons or classes. And that's a good lesson to parents, actually. Don't force your kids to study something that they don't want to. Because if they really want to do it, they'll do it. You know? Some of the things I really love are my dogs, my guitars.
The lights are changing.
This is where I spend all my time. I'm with Buddy and Sam. You know, I travel a lot for my shows and gigs, but in the end, I'm back home because I can't do without Buddy and Touch.
And I don't wanna be your father figure. And I don't wanna be.
I'm very proud of my guitar collection. I have around 20 guitars. Some of the world's best guitars, you know, right from the Fenders to the PRS to Taylors. And the reason I have so many guitars is because when I was a kid and I was playing in my bands, I couldn't afford a guitar, you know, and my mom had to scrunch money to actually buy me my first guitar. And now, since I can afford to buy guitars, I buy all the top guitars in the world because I can and because I never had them before. So that's one of the reasons.
And I don't wanna fight, and I don't wanna scream no more. 'Cause I'm flying.
Aside from my music, my guitars and my dogs, my next love, or one of my very big loves, is being motorbikes. And I'm into vintage motorbikes, you know, like the Enfields and the Triumphs and the BSAs. I'm a single guy, by the way, so I can spend all my time with motorbikes and guitars and my dogs, because there's no particular girl to take up all my time. Ladies, I'm a bike guy. Cheers.
Your mother, and I don't wanna be the one that saves you. Just wanna be. No, I don't wanna be.
They did a feature on me on Elle magazine, Rolling Stone, and I was like, how the hell is all this happening? And then I realized it's all about the music. If your song is good and if it connects with somebody, that's all that matters. I put it out there, I did shows, and all of a sudden I have thousands of fans. I don't really do a lot of Hindi music, but there was a time after I Like It when my label and a lot of my friends and family said, why don't you try your hand at Hindi music? I remember I did this album called Darna Chhod Do, and that video went to, for 3 days, it was an exclusive video on MTV, and it did really well because I guess my videos turn out pretty good. Song that I recorded on that album, and I insisted that I wanted to put this song because I used to sing it since I was 13 years old with my local band when I was a kid, and it was called Roop Tera Mastana. I'm gonna sing my version of it, maybe just a small part. It goes like this. Roop Tera Mastana, pyar mera deewana, कोई हमसे ना हो जाए, रूप तेरा मस्ताना, प्यार मेरा दीवाना, भूल कोई हमसे ना हो जाए. Short version.
I'm turning 30 next week. I wish I could turn back time, undo all the wrong and the hurt that I've caused everyone.
Another song that I'm quite proud of now is So Good, which is the title track from my new album, which went platinum.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, that ain't what it's all about.
'Cause I've been waiting for you.
And my dream has always been to be part of the Grammys. So when I had this album doing so well, I was accepted as a voting member for the Grammy Awards, which is really huge for a musician like me.
Times I remember, I wish I'd done things differently. But now I've learned it's never too late. Just
just to say you're sorry.
They consider me an expert in vocals, instrumental, composition, and production, and engineering. Now I'm a voting member, and what happened after that was my album was considered for nominations in 9 categories for the Grammy Awards, which is another huge thing, which I don't think a lot of people know, but now you do, thanks to TGIRF.
So good, so good, so good.
Tell me, how many teas are there in Tough on Tobacco? There are 4 teas and 1 coffee. You face.
Yuck! This band sucks, I quit.
To be heading off on a roller coaster, heading off on a roller coaster ride, heading off on a roller coaster, heading off on a roller coaster ride.
Hey, I'm Sid and I sing in this band called Tough on Tobacco with a whole bunch of my friends, and we're awesome and we have a great time.
You gotta know. You gotta know. You gotta know.
Hi, I'm Posey. I play guitar in TOT.
Hi, I'm Gaurav from Tough on Tobacco. I play guitar in the band.
Hi, I'm Jay Raukavi. I play drums with Tough on Tobacco.
Is it all it needs to be wasted up? Is it all
Hi, I'm Johan. I play bass in Tough on Tobacco.
heading off on a roller coaster? Heading off on a roller coaster ride.
We've all been playing together for many years in various bands. Helga's Fun Castle, Zero, the Papadum Microwaves, all sorts of bands. We've been playing a long time. We enjoy playing together. We're a fun bunch of guys, so we spend most of our time cracking jokes and telling funny stories. Occasionally we play music, or we play music to shut each other up. I'm really not sure.
I don't think anyone is serious in this band. Our music isn't serious. Well, it is sort of serious.
We've been around since 2009, and I've known these guys since almost 10 years.
I started playing drums when I was 16 years old.
When I was about 16 years old, I picked up a Gibson acoustic guitar and just practiced and practiced and practiced.
I was 7 years old when my father forced me to play the guitar. I hated it. It used to hurt. F chord is the most painful thing for a 7-year-old's finger, so I really hated that. But it helped, I guess, because when I was 14 and I started wanting to play music, I had already knew some chords, like 3, and that helped to start off with.
You've gotta know, you gotta know.
Apart from Tough on Tobacco, I also have a day job, which is I'm a sound engineer at Vishal Shekhar Studio.
I'd be a technical writer in an IT company, and ironically, that's what I do as well as my day job.
Radio station. I do production and basically music.
Consuela, you gotta know, you gotta know. Consuela, you gotta know. Consuela, you gotta know. Consuela, Consuela, you gotta know. Consuela.
always someone that's up to like no good. So it keeps things fun, and we're all funny guys. We like to hang out and crack jokes all the time and take each other's case all the time.
I wanted to tell you the world as I see.
Funniest guy in the band is Sid, Jay. Actually, everyone's funny.
I seek out your wisdom, it feels only right. 'Cause I found the meaning of life, now come along for the ride.
I had a band called Red Cube. I started the band with two really good friends of mine. And one day, Channel V Launchpad happened. And the only thing was, to compete, you had to have a demo. Somehow we reached Hans Dalal's studio. I had no clue who this guy is, and it's his studio, and went there to record my song. Then Sid Kuto shows up. Somehow, I have no clue. We started talking, and he got on board. He produced the song for us. With that track, we entered Launchpad, and that's how I got to know Sid.
Take whichever you feel, and then when you can see just what you wanna be, you'll sing it just like me.
I called up Warren, guitar player Warren Mendonça, and I asked him if Sid from Zero, the drummer, needed a drum tech, and that's how we got acquainted. And I was actually helping him at gigs and carrying his cymbals and stuff like that. And somewhere along the line, he asked me if he wanted to start a band, and that's how our first band, Helga's Fun Castle, started with Johan and Meksham. And then fast forward many years after playing like many shows with different bands and stuff like that, we started Tough on Tobacco.
There's not much you gotta do. Find a little something to hold on to. You fix what you can and for what you cannot. Just get on with what you do.
Various bands together. Zero, I played in Helga's Fun Castle, 2 gigs with them. And it was Kuto's idea to form this band, so we got together back then, and we've been around since then.
Well, the name came about with Sid and Hansu, the guy he started Tough on Tobacco with. And how it came about, you'll have to, I don't know. Just these guys smoke so much, so I decided like name it Tough on Tobacco.
Everybody in this band has played with me in another band before this, and we've been friends for a long time, so everybody kind of knows what everybody's headspace is. But when you get on stage, it's really easy for us to connect because we've been friends for so long. So it's party on stage and party off stage.
I'm sick and tired of all your little praise in the day. Sometimes I wish you would just go away. I feel a little chill coming over me today. Just stay away, just stay away. I'm running out of things to say to pacify your rage.
Tough on Tobacco started off as a hip-hop. When we did our first songs, it was hip-hop. We had this singer called Shefali Alvarez who came and sang the first few songs. Vishal Dadlani came and sang a song as well. And I wasn't the singer of that band. I was just a songwriter and producer. When Zero and Helga's Fun Castle ended, everybody in those bands just came together to play the Tough on Tobacco material with me. And that's how we started off, because the first album I had done on my own.
Stop, stop, go away. I'm trying to get a little occupational. Every little step of the way you butt in. And if you're gonna
All of us have tried and do as much as we can to push TOT.
When we meet and rehearse, everything just comes together.
We have very high mutual respect or lack of respect for each other. Whichever way, we're on a very even playing field with one another. There's never any leader element to anything.
the way you wanted to. I've already told you it's all arranged. What's wrong with you? I've
Since this band has been formed, I really haven't been happier. Getting off stage after a great gig and having your friends to share that moment with. So that's a really cool thing. I love Tough on Tobacco.
I think why we're all in TOT is just because we like playing TOT songs and we like hanging out with each other.
We love being with each other. I wish we could spend more time on it. If somebody would pay us a lot of money to do that, or little money to do that, I'm sure all of us would like drop a lot of other stuff to just be in the same room and make music together.
I've already told you, must I really tell you again? I've already told you, so stop.
We're tough on tobacco. You shouldn't be. We're way too addicted to that sweet, sweet nicotine. It's hard to keep from it if you're on it now.
We started recording our second album a year and a half ago, and we still haven't finished. I've given Gaurav an ultimatum that by March end he has to finish this recording or else. Of course, or else means nothing. The band's been making fun of him for the past 3 months.
Right now we're in the process of pushing Gaurav to record guitar so we can finish our album. So if that doesn't work, probably push him off this terrace.
I'll give everybody Gaurav's email address, everyone just spam it.
When we know it cause it's harm, there are way better things to grow up now. On tobacco farms, we're tough on tobacco. Tough on tobacco.
You know the thing when you're growing up and you think to yourself, one day I want to be like this, I want to have this will happen, that will happen, this will happen, that will happen. I'm living all that right now. I'm exactly where I would have wanted myself to be 16 years ago when I started playing music.
So far it's been pretty good. Every time we play a new show, land up meeting new people that like the music. So that's what we want to do, I guess. Just keep playing and then getting new people to like our music. And that's all I can say. I mean, we're just here to play and have fun, man. And hopefully you guys have fun with us.
Stop before you start.